So this is the Kuri G2511E 320Hz gaming monitor. And today, we're going to check the specs and of course, itetest natin kung smooth ba yung performance. But before that, let's start with what's inside the box. Made from plastic yung stand and base and we have Kuri logo dito for branding. At the back, ito yung design niya. So same lang sa mga Kuri monitor na nireview natin before. Also, adjustable yung height. Pwede mo din i-tilt and rotate. So swivel lang yung hindi mo magagawa dito. And if ever na gusto mong i-mount, pwede dahil BESA compatible. Now, sa screen, 24.5-inch IPS panel with 1080p resolution, 320Hz refresh rate, and 1ms response time. Okay na okay for Valorant, Dota 2, and other competitive games. Adaptive sync supported din and G-Sync compatible kaya less tearing and stuttering. Vibrant yung color out of the box and supported nito yung HDR per 100. As we can see, wide yung color range ng DCI-P3. Then pagdating sa HDR, mas improve yung brightness and contrast. About naman sa text clarity, malinaw at readable yung mga letters. Hindi siya blurred or pixelated. For OSD menu, we have game mode and then dito yung adaptive sync, dark field bright effect, response time, DIC, crosser, and timer. Syempre nandito rin yung basic settings like brightness, contrast ratio, and of course, DCR. Under display, we have options for aspect ratio, HDR, sharpness, and gamma. May color settings din where you can choose between warm, cool, or user mode. Depende sa preference mo kung gusto mo ng mas relaxing or mas vibrant na colors. Sa input, nandito yung option for DisplayPort overclocking to achieve 320Hz. But for me, enough na yung 300Hz since wala naman ako napansin na difference. Also, may 10 scenario modes na rin pala to. And personally, yung DCI-P3 and sRGB lang yung ginagamit ko. So almost complete naman yung options and sobrang dali lang nito i-navigate using 5-way control joystick. In my gaming experience, smooth yung performance and sobrang nice nito for FPS games. Hindi mo rin mapapansin yung ghosting dahil minimal lang. Okay din for single player games dahil smooth yung motion. Makita mo talaga yung difference lalo na kung galing ka sa 60Hz monitor. Tinry ko din sa PS5 and smooth yung overall performance. Though hindi VRR supported dahil HDMI 2.0 lang, wala naman ako na-experience na any problem. All in all, sulit to for 9,459 pesos. Recommended for gamers na nagbabalak mag-upgrade to 300Hz monitor. Iba talaga yung may experience mo dito kung galing sa 60Hz or 120Hz monitor. Makikita mo talaga kung gaano ka-smooth yung 300Hz. Chinek ko na din yung reviews nito and maraming nagsasabi na sulit daw yung monitor. Ang nakikita ko lang na issue dito, backlight bleed, but very minimal lang naman. And hindi mo siya mapapansin in actual use. Take note, make sure nyo na kaya output ng system nyo yung 320Hz monitor para pag nag-upgrade kayo, walang maging problema. So yun lang guys, thank you sa lahat ng umabot dito. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and kung meron ka pang other questions, i-comment mo lang and sasagutin natin yan. Again, thank you and I hope nakatulong ako sa inyo.